Okay. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode in our 12 Days of Christmas series. We're bringing you a bonus episode every day until Christmas Day. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about Santa memories and our favorite portrayal of Santa in film or TV. So
I didn't know about that second part.
Me either. I would have saved my Bruce Campbell thing.
I haven't. I'm starting the timer now. So we're starting the timer at 20 minutes so that we don't overstay our Christmas welcome. But I know, Rick, you said in a previous episode that your favorite Santa Claus was Kurt Russell.
Oh, hell yeah.
In Christmas Chronicles, which I just saw today that there's a sequel coming out this month.
Is it? Oh, are they coming out with it? Cool.
It's coming out the 25th. I think it comes out this week.
You know, yeah, I'm a Grinch. I don't generally care for Christmas stuff because it's usually syrupy and sappy and formulaic. But the Christmas Chronicles were anything but. Except in the
I haven't watched it yet. I plan on watching it. I'll probably watch both of them back to back this week.
Here we go. A Christmas thing that I've seen that you haven't, which baffles me because you live for this stuff.
I don't know if I say I live for this stuff.
All right. Have you seen Bad Santa?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, you've never seen Bad Santa?
Watch that movie. No.
Oh, okay. I should assign it. We'll have to watch it. We'll have to watch it live on the show.
There would have to be money.
The first one, the first Bad Santa is
Billy Bob Thornton needs to go away from my universe.
What? I'm getting out of here. Bye. Billy Bob Thornton is a treasure.
He is a freak and a half, and I want nothing to do with him.
Watch the first season of Fargo. You'll change your mind.
No.
Both be right, you know.
What?
Do what?
A freak and a half doesn't negate him being a treasure.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not denying that he's a freak. I mean, when he was married to Angelina Jolie, he carried a vial of her blood around his neck.
Well,
so
both did. They're both
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think my favorite Santa is still Tim Allen from the Santa Claus movies that he did. Because you never saw any of them?
Nope.
He's
dude, I don't dig Christmas movies or shows. If I didn't have a family, I would ignore Christmas.
I'm sorry. Seriously. I know, but it sounded funny the way you said it.
I think that the origin of that version of Santa is hilarious because basically he has to become Santa because he kills Santa.
I like that aspect of it, but yeah. With the exception of the Christmas Chronicles, which I didn't want to watch, but my little girl wanted to watch it, and I happened to be in the room, and it pulled me in against my will. I've seen what's the Jimmy Stewart thing?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Bores the hell out of me. Miracle on 34th
only technically
Street.
A Christmas movie because most of that movie is not even set at Christmas.
Yeah, but it's on every Christmas.
Yeah.
Miracle on 34th, 5th Street, whatever.
34th, yeah.
Yawn. Yes, Virginia. There is. It's all freaking
okay. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about movies from the 30s, yeah, they're boring. Like
Miracle on 34th Street. I'll be honest with you. I've never watched that movie all the way through.
You want to?
And then nowadays, kind of like they try to be edgy and different, and then it still ends up being boring and stupid. But then Christmas Chronicles totally turned the whole genre on its head by making Santa a goddamn Snake Plissken.
So did you like Scrooge?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
yes. Scrooge is awesome.
Right.
John, what's your favorite Santa?
You didn't in the little list things you said.
Yeah, I threw this in there. Yeah, I like the
memories. I thought you meant like.
Well, we're going to talk about that too because I didn't think of it.
I mentioned this actually on another on another one of these. I don't know what order you're going to put these in, but it's a Netflix original, came out last year. Klaus, Klaus.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's a Santa origin story. He is not jolly. He does not like kids. He doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah. In fact, that it's two protagonists basically, him and this mailman who's basically kind of using Santa or using this guy. It's I don't want to give too much away.
What's the movie we saw last year where it was like Tina? It was an SNL actress who was like an elf who ended up in the real world.
Oh, it's not.
Her brother was supposed to be Santa.
It's not SNL. It's you're talking
SNL?
about I know who you're talking about. She's not an SNL actress. That's the girl that was in the.
Yeah, we never saw it.
No, we watched it. I just can't remember the name of it or who.
I think her name was Noelle. It was like Noelle or something.
Yeah,
like
Noelle. That was the name of it,
Yeah.
and that was actually fun.
She's not an SNL actress. She's God,
I
what's the
just
girl's name?
assumed.
Yeah.
But like her brother was supposed to be Santa because Santa got too old or died or something, but he was a waste of skin, and so she's going around the world trying to find him because he's hiding, and eventually she realizes that she's Santa. And
Mother Rick, if you spoil one more goddamn movie.
Oh, is that a spoiler? I'm sorry.
He just told the entire plot. I like
eventually at the end she realized that she had the power all along, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
it's not like I wouldn't have been able to figure that. I mean, it sounds like one of those paint by numbers Christmas plots, but
well, but still.
Well, if you don't watch them, then every now and then it's original.
Fred Claus. Have you guys ever seen Fred Claus? John, have you ever seen Fred Claus?
I've seen Fred Claus. I was thinking Fred
Don't
Claus.
say what the plot is.
No, I like the Paul Giamatti.
It's fine. Just don't tell me the ending.
Paul Giamatti plays Santa in that movie. And Paul Giamatti plays a great, I mean, he's like a stressed out version of Santa. And the fact that Fred Claus is Santa's brother. So they get into fights like brothers do, but it's Santa. It's pretty funny.
Arthur Christmas is similar, and I think it came out the same year actually. That's animated and the same kind of thing. It's like Santa's got two kids, I think, and he's very old. He's ready to retire. One of the kids is practically perfect, but not very cuddly. The other kid is like all heart, but incompetent kind of.
Yeah.
And so the practically perfect one tries to modernize the gift delivery system, and as a result, I can't remember whose fault it was, but some kid didn't get his gift.
I'll take it. It's mine.
And so the nincompoopy one is like, nope, this cannot stand. So he goes on a mission to get this kid his gift.
The worst Santa is from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
He was a dick.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, because I mean, he basically told. I think in that movie, Rudolph's father was supposed to be Comet. I think it was Comet. Or anyway, he told him, "You should be ashamed of yourself because your child looks like this. Hide him."
I bought the DVD for it. When did we get the DVD for Rudolph? It was like
6 years ago.
They used to give it away at Build-A-Bear. If you bought a
we
Build-A-Bear, you get a
But we
free
got it at
DVD.
Walmart, and I thought Sharon would like it, and she did. She did. We watched it like 200 times that year. But I had not remembered how everyone but Rudolph and Clarice and the Misfit Toys were just absolute screaming assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Santa was the worst.
Yeah. He was very naughty that year.
Rick, you have a memory of Santa from either when you were a kid or Santa the way you used to do Santa for your kids or whatever?
Oh yeah. My I think I was like 5, and I was starting to doubt. And my
That's kind of
brother,
early for doubting.
yeah, I was 5 or 6. I've always been kind of scientifically minded. I grew up watching Star Trek. I question everything. And my brother and my brother's 2 years younger than me, or depending on what time of the year it is, he's like 2 years, but at certain points of the year, it's like a year and 8 months or something like that. We decided we were gonna hide behind the couch and catch Santa. I have no idea if my mom knew we were there or not. She never said anything about it, but we hid behind the couch, and of course fell asleep. Sharon has yet to overtly question.
Yeah.
Every now and then there's like how does Santa get across the whole world in one night? And we just say magic. Some people think that lying to their kids about Santa is wrong. I don't. There are so many harsh realities that she will have to deal with eventually. This is a harmless fiction that, let her enjoy that there's magic in the world before she has to realize there isn't. And, so, there are times when you want to be honest with your kids, and there's a lot of times when you want to be honest with your kids. But things like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, it's not, there's no harm in them.
Mm-hmm.
And so we do the cookies, and I'll take a bite of the cookies, and we put out a cup of milk and a carrot for the reindeer, and I'll bite a piece of the carrot off so it looks like it's been gnawed on by a reindeer. And I don't have a problem with that. I'm all about science. I'm all about critical thinking and not falling prey to the lies of the universe, because there's plenty of them. But also, I want to let my kid be a kid as long as she can, because you're going to have to deal with the realities of the world a lot longer than you get to be a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do agree with the there's it goes on Facebook every year, and I agree with it. Don't give your kid a Nintendo Switch or a PS5 or whatever and say Santa gave it to them, because then they're going to go to school and they're going to say Santa gave me this $600 play system, and the kid whose parents couldn't afford that thing is going to be like, why didn't Santa love me as much as they love them? We don't do that. Well, first of all, we can't afford that anyway. The stuff that Santa gives is on the same level as the stuff that we give to our kids. And actually, most of the time, the big ticket items come from our grandparents. If she gets a tablet, generally it's grandma that bought the damn thing. But I want to preserve the magic as long as the magic works for them. She hasn't started questioning. It's a little annoying sometimes on Christmas Eve because she won't go the fuck to sleep. Like we want to go to bed. But as long as the illusion works for her, I'm happy to perpetuate it. And I know that this is way deeper than we ever intended to get with this episode, but I don't think that it's a deception. I mean, it is technically, but it's not. And I never held it against my parents that they lied to me about Santa Claus. And I don't expect Sharon ever will either. When she figures it out, we'll tell her.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. There's no reason to end it any earlier. I think by the time that I was Sharon's age, kids at school had already ruined it.
I'm sure there are kids saying that, and if she ever asks me straight up, is there a Santa Claus? I honestly don't know what I'll answer her. Depends on how old she is when she does it.
Yeah. John, what about you? You got a memory?
I don't. If there was a time that I thought that it was Santa and not my parents, it was like I was very, very young. Like I still believed. I think I believed like in the idea of Santa, which is why referencing another one of these that we did, the Librarians episode. It's like the spirit of Santa is more potent than the actual Santa, but the spirit of Santa is an actual thing. It makes sense when you watch the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I think, and I said this on another one too, that basically we kind of go with the. There's gifts from mom, there's gifts from dad, and if you're really good, you'll get gifts from Santa. And the gifts from Santa, like you said, are basically they're kind of at the same level. And Zara knows that there's no like some guy's not coming into our house. Malcolm pretty much knows, but there's still that shred of just maybe just in case.
That's how I feel about Jesus, actually.
I was gonna say actually exactly that. I'm not to turn anyone off of this charm factory that you've come to know as John, but I'm actually fairly agnostic. I was raised Baptist, but I've seen. How can I put this?
Hypocrisy?
Well, sure, but that. I mean, yeah, but it's. I don't see any reason in particular that I should believe in Jesus any more than I should believe in Zeus, or, that every tree has a spirit. Could be. Don't know.
Wood nymphs are a lot hotter than most.
Don't be gross. Don't be gross. Like this big. What? Anyway. Yeah.
I gave you the option of not having me on this episode, by the way.
But yeah, I don't. I would be hesitant to say I believe that there is a God in the sense that there is, some big bearded dude, or even that there is a conscious intelligence, a grand designer kind of God, the he, she, it God. I don't know if there is a conscious entity, or if there is a conscious entity that would encapsulate my understanding of God. It is beyond the word entity, and it's just the cosmos. So it's kind of a no but yes and kind of situation. And here's how I tie this into the Christmas episode, in case you're wondering. Rick, you were like, you want to extend the amount of time that she believes in magic before she finds out there isn't any.
Yeah.
And I was like, who says there isn't any? You really don't think? And this is what I was thinking. Like, and this, I can't remember what we were watching, but we were watching some show, some movie, a few days ago, and the kid. Oh, you know what it was? It was Raising Dion. Raising Dion. It's a Netflix show about a little kid who has superpowers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good.
It's cute.
Good.
It actually turns out better than I thought it was going to be. But you know, so of course the kid does this stuff that is impossible, and nobody sees it at first. And he tries to tell the mom, and the mom's like, "Okay, whatever. It's kid's imagination." And for several episodes, you know, like the mom's the only one who knows, and then a few other people find out, and she confides in her sister that, you know, okay, I know this sounds weird, and I know you've seen some crazy stuff, but it's because Dion has superpowers. And this happens. And her sister, of course, questions her mental health. And, you know, and I wondered, like, you know, scale of 1 to 10, I'm like 8, 9 on the whimsy scale. I'm up there. But if my kid came to me and told me that he had superpowers, but I couldn't see them, but, you know, just trust that, you know, I can do a thing, I would absolutely not believe he has superpowers. I would think that it's his kid's imagination.
Yeah.
And
I'd be like, show me. I literally, well, we've had this conversation actually. She's like, I can do that. Well, all right, show me.
Well, but maybe I don't know how to control him yet. I can't do it on command. Or maybe it's not even him. Maybe I saw a leprechaun. There's a leprechaun in the house. I'm thinking, okay, it's probably a mouse. You know, I'm like, at what point? Because it's, you know, it's kind of like where the rubber meets the road. Like, I like to think that I believe in magic, but I mean, short of actually seeing something that I can't explain, do I believe in magic?
You believe in magic?
I don't know. I would like to think that I do, because I would like to think that I'm the kind of person who does. And inherently, I think I do. But I do feel like someone would have to prove it. And I think that's misses the point. If they have to prove it, then that's not me believing. That's just me accepting.
But that's the whole problem I have with faith, is when you ask a believer about faith and proof, because, you know, well, we are getting way deep here, but I'm just going to throw this out here.
Let's just do it.
We're over time. You know,
we'll do the license later.
I ask, if believing in God is the most important thing in a human being's life, why does he, she, it make it so difficult? Why isn't there definitive proof? And the answer I always get is, well, you got to have faith. Well, I don't have faith. I'm not born with faith. Where's the proof? And, you know, proof denies faith. And, you know, it's this kind of circular logic of, you got to believe or it's not real, but I don't believe because I don't see real, but you got to believe, you know, and it just kind of goes around and around.
Well, you believe it because it's in the Bible, and then, but what you say it's in you get into the circular thing because you believe it because it's in the Bible. Well,
no,
I mean,
I've got lots of books that I
no,
like.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, you believe it because it's in the Bible, but it's in the Bible because somebody put it there, but God told them to put it there. How do you know that? Because the Bible says that.
No, because the Bible was decided upon by a bunch of white guys in 11 something.
We started this episode talking about the Santa Chronicles, the Christmas Chronicles, and we have ended talking about the existence of God. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
We're going to be doing these episodes all Christmas long. The rest of them will be more whimsical.
Where are we at now? 7, 6?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to release them in the order that we're recording them.
Okay.
But,
I'm trying to quantify everything, Rick. Jeez.
but we are going to. I can tell you that
Cheese and crackers, Rick.
this episode will come out before December 19th. December 19th, we will be doing our live viewing of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
The original one.
Yeah, the original one, and it will
And if
be
you think I'm
released.
drunk now, wait until that one.
It'll be released as part of this series the day after that. So that'll be our December 20th podcast episode. But the live stream will be happening on the 19th. So join us on the Facebook group for that, so you can chat along with us. We'll have a full house. We'll have Joe and Chris and Scott and Virginia, and everybody will be here. So
Joe just did one.
Joe does it all the time.
Yeah, well,
Joe does it every year.
Last week.
Yeah. Me and him did it live at a convention a couple years ago. So, all right, come back tomorrow for another episode of Cosmic Potato, the Super Fan Talk podcast, when you might hear John say,
"I have no idea what it is."
I don't know. I don't know if I believe in God, but I don't know how to end this.